So, hey guys, today I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that people can make coming to Thailand or Vietnam or South America or any country that you plan to move to. You think, hey, this country is better than my country. And in some respects, it is. Maybe the food is better. In the case of Thailand, for sure. For almost everywhere else in the world, it's better than the food there. Maybe you like the way how the people look. Maybe you like the easygoing nature of the culture. I mean, there are some aspects to it that you might like. Coming back to what I'm saying, the biggest mistake that people make is they don't understand that everywhere is the same. What do I mean by that? Let's talk about what people want. People want the same thing everywhere you go. People want money. People want children. People want the best schools for their children. People want their children to grow up and have a great life. People want to be loved. People want satisfaction in the things that they do. People want to have a good job or a good business. We all, in the entire world, we all want those things. And I didn't realize that until much later, until after I started traveling more extensively. I thought that, hey, only I wanted these things. Only people in my country wanted these things. But the poorest country, the richest countries that I've been to, everybody wants the same thing. Now, let's go to an even more serious topic, and that's the behaviors of people. People have these same behaviors everywhere. Jealousy, hate, love, envy, and the lack of accountability. It's everywhere. With the things that people want and the behaviors that they have and the way how the way how they are as a result of all of those two things. The only difference with different countries is that some countries emphasize these things more overtly or de-emphasize them so they're more covert. But all of these things that people want and behaviors that they have are the same, and they're the same intensity in people everywhere that you go. Let's talk about a typical example. I was watching this documentary about Japan. I've been to Japan a couple of times. I like it there. It's a beautiful place and I would love to go back again. Now I heard that the number one place for cheating wives is Japan. And you'd say, oh my God, Japanese women are so demure. They're so like everything. You wouldn't believe it. They've interviewed, they've taken the studies, they've done everything. And it's like one of the number one countries in the world for wives who cheat. It's just that culture makes it easier and possible and more possible and probably even more overt to do than other cultures. But the woman want to cheat less anywhere? I don't think so. It's just that in other cultures it's more frowned upon. In Thailand, people tend to be more jealous, and it's just a matter of culture. But all people everywhere have that jealousy inside of them. So another example is you may come to Thailand and you see driving on the road. Oh my God, people are not blowing horns. People are waiting on people to enter or exit the roads. And it seems to be very polite. But then you also hear that there's a ton of road rage. So there's something in that behavior going on underneath that we're not aware of, that we're not listening to, that we're not paying attention to. And we're just listening and paying attention to the overt part of what people say that they're doing. But underneath, it's all human reaction. So all of these things can cause you to believe that, hey, you know what? I'm going to move to Thailand. I'm going to move to Vietnam. And it's going to be so nice because the people are so nice. And the thing is that everywhere you have good people and you have bad people. Thailand is no different. Vietnam is no different. Jamaica is no different. The USA is no different, as we all know. Australia, the UK, whatever. You have terrible people in all of these places and really fantastic, great people in all of these places. Now, in a country like the USA, or let's not use the USA as an example. Let's use Jamaica as an example. I was born in Jamaica. And people will more upfront just behave the way that they feel inside. So Jamaica will seem like a more rough place. And it is. Okay, I'm not going to say that it isn't. And Thailand, people will behave as if everything is more, really quiet, sabai, very comfortable. But inside of people, there is this need of the same that we have in Jamaica, for example. But the culture suppresses that overt part of it. So you have to be careful about this, guys. If you want to have a good time in Thailand, the first thing you have to understand is that people are the same everywhere. It may look, you've come here on your 2-week vacation and everything looks nice and you had a really good time and everybody treated you so well. Hospitality in Thailand is one of the best in the world, by the way. So you get the mistaken impression that everything in Thailand is about that, but it's not. It really isn't. And once then you start to go deeper and get to know people more, you get to understand them and you realize, oh shit, this is pretty much the same as in my country, because underneath everything, all people are the same. Let us come now to something practical and say, okay, what can I do about this? What can everyday Joe who's moving to Thailand, you're retiring in Thailand, what are you going to do about it? There really isn't much. You just have to have that understanding that, oh shit, these people are just like me. That's the fundamental statement that you need to have. So when you start to think that way, you realize, oh, I won't be the ugly American. I won't be this person who shouts at the person that doesn't understand me or tries to push things my own way, because this is somebody that's just like me. It's not a human. And to get around this, not get around it, but to understand it more so you can cope, you can live in this situation, is first thing you need to speak even a little bit of the language. It changes people's impressions and attitudes about you when you learn more. And not only to speak, but it's very important to read as well. It's not as difficult as you think. I've started to learn to read and write a little bit Thai, speak a little bit Thai. Embarrassingly, it's not good enough, but I'm trying to learn a few words every day. So reading and writing is extremely important. You got to make more Thai friends as well. This is very important. If you don't make Thai friends, you're going to have problems. The guy drinking in the bar beside you is not really going to help you. Sad to say, but it's not going to happen. And expats who've been living here for years, they will help you a little bit more, but nothing is going to help you more than having your own Thai friends, your own support system that is not connected to the company, to the country that you're from. So those are some of the things that you can do. Try to speak, read, write, try to understand the culture some more. When you speak, read, and write, then you automatically understand the culture more. Okay, when you have more Thai friends, then they will explain things to you that you never would understand from another expat. So you begin to understand the layers of the culture on top of that human behavior. But I'm telling you something, guys, just understanding the underlying wants and behaviors of people is gonna get you a far way. But once you realize that, hey, these people are just like me, it just changes everything. And you have a different experience wherever you go around the world. Now, if you want to become a customer of Thai Kru, you can go to our website, thaikru.com. What we'll do for you, we'll build the perfect plan for you so that when you're coming to Thailand, you're going to know where to stay, what to do, what kind of visas to get, and have the perfect itinerary for your visit, whether it's a short time or a long time. So go to the website, thaikru.com, or email us at hello@thaikru.com, and we will be happy to speak to you.